say you've convinced a listener, or a listener came in knowing that they're already thinking about a prenup, but don't really know how to bring it up to their partner. We already sort of touched on families where it's the expectation for the jump. But if you're in that position where either you've decided that it's a good idea for yourself, your family has the expectation, whatever the case may be, and you want to bring it up, do you have any sort of do's and don'ts to keep in mind?
Yeah, communication, always the key. Early communication is, goes into that, right? So again, surprises are your enemy here. Mm-hmm. So if it's communicated or kind of understood, maybe not talked about in depth, but at an early stage of the relationship that if we ever get to the point where we're getting married, it's just kind of understood. Those are the situations where I've been involved with where it really hasn't been an issue because all parties knew getting into this that there was going to be a prenup and that it was never viewed as something that would be contentious or an issue. So, like I said, if it's an understood thing, then it's just another step of financial planning that a couple needs to do, right? There's some definite don'ts as far as communication, like making ultimatums to your partner. I would say be clear that it's important to you, or in most cases, important to the family. Often it's not even coming from the younger generation, but if it's understood that that this is from the older generation, that can make it more palatable to the other spouse. It's just hey, look, my parents have told me from a young age that that this is going to be part of it when I get married.
Right.
That can take the pressure off the spouse who's telling the other one that they need to have a prenup.
Yeah.
But be understanding and listen to the concerns of your spouse and have an open mind about it and kind of where they're coming from, because it can be an emotional thing. Of course, and on that ultimatum point, of course, don't just come to them for the first time saying, here's the agreement that has been drafted, read this over. Right. And, kind of take it or leave it. As with anything in marriage, you're a team now, or going to be a team that needs to be kind of thought of and crafted in that mindset. So it's not just one spouse dictating to another. That's usually never going to end up in a good way.